This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Seagull Green here and welcome to another video. So in this one we're going to take a look as usual at a few story fights, and we're going to open up with a fight of Harley Quinn plus Raven plus EPI. So Boss Green Arrow is going to be a little bit of a pain because, I mean, he's not the hardest character to fight against. He's gonna become intractable. He doesn't have the most annoying AI because it's thankfully not Multiverse Green Arrow. But the thing is, he's kind of immune to crits and lethals, and that renders most of the teams in the game useless. But the bright side of this is that Raven plus League of Anarchy still works to a very high extent, because it gets buffed to the point where it doesn't really matter that you don't have crit. I mean, it matters a bit because you would obviously deal more damage, and this kind of matter a bit in this one. And they should have definitely used the Deathstroke or Flint Succumbent before using this team, and I was overconfident in it. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate how Raven... I mean, I know I complained about this a million times, but still I can't wrap my head around the fact that they patched the game so Raven doesn't get interrupted by taggins anymore, and she still gets interrupted by taggins. Now she gets interrupted by certain characters on tagging and by some others not. I don't know how that's possible, but back to the fights. So in this one, a little bit of a mistake was opening up with the League of Anarchy not starting with Harley's super move, because that could have yielded far more damage, and overall I could have had a little bit more careful gameplay. It's not the perfect match, but it's gonna be serviceable. But at the same time, even if I played it perfectly, I don't think this would have been enough to kill this dude. Reset Darkness there with Raven. Harley getting tagged back in. Another special 2 in there. Ring-gauge the combo. Into another special 2. We have enough time to do 2 of these before we need to tag back in for the stuns. By the way, there will be no sound on some of the fights in the video. Just 2 as far as I'm able to tell, because I'm kind of recording what I'm playing on streams, but sometimes I mess up the recordings and I have to literally screen record the stream afterwards to get those gameplays back if I mess up. Yeah, that's gonna be sadly a thing here that happens, and that's why we will have no sound on some of the gameplays. The Harley back in there, another special 2. At this point I'm like, it doesn't look too optimistic in terms of one-shotting this dude. I mean, from this point on I think I played it for the most part well enough, okay? Well enough, just as I was saying that Raven fails to tag in again. Harley back in there, tagging in there to dodge the Multiverse Green Arrow, Boss Green Arrow special 1. I mean, that wouldn't have been too much of a problem, but you'd rather dodge that. So that was a tag that was on point for the last Darkness reset of the match. And yeah, now I'm locked into a situation where I'll have to use Raven League of Anarchy again, because King and Deathstroke will not work anymore because his health is low. They would have worked before this team, but not after it. And considering how much health he's got left, there is no team without Raven that can kill this in less than like 3 fights, because yet again of the lethal and crit immunity. Now to one of the more annoying fights when using most teams, because most teams in Just 2 Mobile are gonna rely on combo interruption. Okay, so we have here Multiverse White Canary, and look, she is combo interruptible after 1 hit, but that's gonna be very hard, extremely hard, to the point where it requires borderline inhuman reflexes. And the problem with her also is that combo interrupting her after 2 hits is not gonna be reliable either, so we're gonna be stuck in a very weird situation. And you might be like, well, Sigvald, then just don't combo interrupt. I can't really do that with the Bat Ninja team, because if I don't combo interrupt, the alternative to that is gonna be backing off and blocking. And if I block one of her specials, it's actually gonna be a worse case scenario than if I was to not block the special, because I'll trigger free special 3 that will be on no combo and will eat up a lot of damage overall. That will actually decrease our damage, so we have to struggle and try to combo interrupt, but it's not gonna be the best of times. Oh, by the way, in terms of artifacts, because I always update you guys on the artifacts that I have on certain teams. So on the first team we had a level 8 Sword of Salvation on Harley, a level 1 Trigon Staff on Raven, and a level 5 Sword of Sin on EPI for the passive stats. And over here we're gonna have a level 7 Beta Club on Catwoman. And at the same time we're going to have the Sword of Sin and Sword of Salvation on the other 2 characters for the passive stats. Yeah, sadly I failed that combo interruption again. And boy, like, when I try to keep high dot values, it's even worse, because you have to combo drops so much more often. So overall, this fight is a nightmare to fight with the Batman Ninja team, but at the same time, there's not much to use here, because she removes the gear bonuses from Might and Tech, so Black Manta and King are not gonna have the greatest of times here. I did use Deathstroke previously against her, so I did do that. That's put her all the way down to this amount of health, but that Ninja team kind of has to go here, because there's not much left. I mean, I could use League of Anarchy. League of Anarchy would do also well here. I don't think she's immune to stun, I'm not 100% sure, and her gear bonuses are not gonna get disabled, but that was needed for Green Arrow, so we have to struggle a bit like this. So after this team, there will be a team that's gonna do a very damn good job at fighting her, actually. That's one of the best fights I've seen for that team, and we'll get into that in a second. It's quite weird, because that team usually has the best of times against bosses that are gonna be combo interruptible, but she isn't easily combo interruptible, and we're not even gonna attempt that. But yeah, back to this fight that we're playing right now. Not the best dot values. I mean, usually I try to stay on values above 6 mil, but in this fight we couldn't really pick. So overall, terrible time with the Bad Ninja team here, but still, they did pull the damage, so it was worth using them here. I don't regret using them here. We had 500 mil, that's fine. Now for the next fight. This team will not get anywhere close to the Batman Ninja team damage, but this is the highest damages I've gotten with Silver Banshee on this Soul Raid. I'm gonna have all blades at level 10 on Silver Banshee, and you should use... Silver Banshee, I think, is the kind of the only character in the game. I mean, I think King can also do that if you don't have Beta Club or Sword of Salvation. Depends on the Soul Raid, but Silver Banshee is kind of the only character in the game out of the, let's say, meta characters that you're going to use all blades for a long time on, because she doesn't benefit from artifacts that are gonna let her do more damage on basic attacks like most of the teams do, and I guess she's in that regard kind of in the same place with the Multiverse team. So we're gonna have the level 10 beta all blades over here, and we're gonna have the level 8 Sword of Salvation and level 5 Sword of Sin. Oh, my bad, actually, it's level 6 Sword of Sin. I always forget I got one more level on that. Those are the artifacts, and Silver Banshee's gonna play with all blades here, and she's still having a great time with all blades. You just love to see it. 8.1 mil backing off 2 times special 1. Reverse slash back in there. I think we got kind of lucky, because for some reason against this team she tends to rarely use her specials. And that leaves us with kind of a perfect opening for Reverse slash to start his combo. Silver Banshee back in there, 8.1 again. That's kind of the highest she will go. Yeah, this is peak performance gameplay. Oh, we messed up a bit there. And she blocked there. That was kind of one of her more annoying moments, but other than that, it was chill. And this is how far my Silver Banshee goes in this Soul Raid. As I said, Silver Banshee is not going to be the highest damage character in the game. I think out of all my teams, now considering that I'm going to mix up Deathstroke with the Multiverse team, so that's pretty much the Deathstroke team at this point. But yeah, out of all my teams, I think Silver Banshee is going to deal actually the lowest amounts of damage, but she's going to be quite consistent. She's going to be quite consistent in those fights. Most of them. I mean, if she's not able to disable abilities, she's gonna suck ass, obviously. But yeah, this is kind of my weakest team in terms of damage, and I'm so proud of how they're doing here. Reverse slash engaging the combo. Obviously, you benefit a lot from Sword of Salvation on him, because you do not struggle with power generation in the first minute of the fight. A problem that can manifest when using the Silver Banshee team if you are not careful with your reverse slash power swaps. Another special one in there, and I think I also got kind of lucky with the crits, to be honest. Re-engage the combo. Silver Banshee back in, special 3, there we go. Backing off, we're kind of off for all blade stacks, so that's gonna decrease our damage. Silver Banshee back in, special 3, there we go, 8.1, we're back on 4 all blade stacks, so boys, all blade stacks are back on the menu. And the last tag from Silver Banshee. There we go. That's actually close to 100 mil, and I couldn't be prouder of this team. Well done, lads. Well done, Silver Banshee. Great job. 93. That's fine. Now getting into a Confluent Sacrament fight here, we're going to have to fight boss Black Lightning, and I mean this dude doesn't do anything, is yet again got some numbers that explains to you that he's gonna do slightly more damage in various ways. Usually when you see that, unless it's like boss Black Adam or something, it's not gonna mean anything and you're not gonna have to use different gameplay compared to the other fights. But keep in mind, for all the new players that are watching, after you see me doing jump attacks, from that point the gameplay is not gonna be any longer relatable to you. Don't try to do what I'm doing, because I'm trying to play Confluent Sacrament in the most optimal way to take advantage of the beta club. So don't do what I do. Play it like a normal person, okay? Okay, so special tree in there, re-engage the combo. Dr. Fate back in, so far everything normal. Re-engage the combo. And we're going for hopefully high combo super move. That's a 41 hits, the best I could ask for. That's a 5.3 mil on the super move, but that was fine. That was fine. That was definitely worth by itself, regardless of the damage increase. But don't get me wrong, the damage increase is definitely one of the reasons we're doing that. Re-engage the combo there with Dr. Fate. Combo interrupting again, re-engaging the combo. Confluent Sacrament back in, special tree in there. Re-engage that. Blocking that into a jump attack, blocking again into a jump attack into a special tree. We're kind of hoping to get higher dot values with the jump attack, because it's gonna be a significant difference if I reset the dot damage on a swipe attack compared to a jump attack, because the jump attacks usually have higher dot value, even though you can't really integrate them into gameplay. So that's why, unless you have Beta Club, you shouldn't use jump attacks in most scenarios, but if you do, then that's gonna be the most optimal way to use them. And I think I kind of figured out a slightly optimal gameplay in terms of doing that. So first of all, we need to push him all the way to a corner, special tree in there, re-engage the combo. Jump attack, this is not the gameplay that I was talking about, we'll get into that in a second. Not the Beta Club optimal gameplay. King back in there, doing a combo, blocking into a jump attack special tree, Dr. Face straight in there, because if you knock him on the ground with a special tree, as long as King can chain a combo from that, a tag-in can be chained from that, so that's definitely gonna be a good thing. I messed up with King there, but another jump attack in there. We're like, Confluent Sacrament with Beta Club is kind of that meme, like, hippity hoppity gets off of my property. Because he jumps a lot, got it? I'm not sure that makes any sense, but yeah. Blocking that, re-engage the combo. Jump attack again, special tree, that's a high dot value, so we definitely vibe with that, we approve of that. Okay, so that was a little bit of a mess up. We messed up big time there, but it's fine. He thankfully didn't use specials. This dude doesn't seem to be using specials a lot. Dr. Fate got caught there also, but again, he doesn't seem to want to use specials, and I couldn't be more happy about that. Thank you for being merciful to us, Black Lightning. I think I called him Black Adam at some point. I don't know, man. Like, I get distracted by so many things when I record those videos. It's at this point it's hard for me to follow the gameplay and make sense, but yeah, a lot of jump attacks over there at the end. But nevertheless, that's a decent Confluent Sacrament peep, I would say. And now getting into the spotlight of this video, my boy Black Manta. So look, this is gonna be the most peak performance gameplay you'll see from me on Black Manta. And you're not gonna see that in a long time, most likely something that gets to this level. So we're doing our absolute best at the start to tag Brainiac in as soon as possible, as soon as his tagging is available, to get those stacks faster, because the faster we get the stacks, the faster Black Manta gets to his peak performance damage, and the faster we can start using Special 3, and if we use Special 3, we can reset the dots with him as well from a jump attack, and that's gonna be highly effective. Special 1 from Brainiac. Blocking, Black Manta back in. Combo interrupting again. And Brainiac kind of as soon as possible. I still have to work on that combo. I think I can tag him slightly sooner. Combo interrupting again. We're going to have Vixen. Again, the same artifacts that were on the King team pretty much. With the Sword of Sin on Brainiac. Re-engage the combo. Brainiac back in there, special 1. Block that. Manta back in. Re-engage the combo. Brainiac in there, and I did tag him like this time because I need to do a vibe check on the lethal stacks because you need to stay slightly longer in the fight for those to show up. And we're at 8, this puts us at 9 stacks and we just need one more tag in, and I think this is a personal record in terms of how fast I stack the Brainiac Special 1, considering we're doing the tagging gameplay, not the dual stacks at the start type of gameplay. We're soon going to go for a super move here with Black Manta. Not the most advisable thing in the world, because you really don't want to give up the position that puts him all the way to the corner. But at the same time, it was not really risky in this particular fight against Black Lightning, so we're going to push him all the way to the corner, and as soon as we'll have the special tree available, we'll get to the peak of damage, because right now we deal slightly less damage, because there's not 4 debuffs for Vixen yet, there's just 2. There we go, now 4 debuffs. Jump attack, and that puts the dots like almost 1 million above compared to previously. And I'm gonna only use normal attacks after I do that, because I don't want to reset the high dot value, because that's gonna be reset to a far lower one. Special tree, jump attack, and now I can do 3 combos. 1, 2, 3, and now I need to combo interrupt him. Again, not using anything in terms of swipes, I don't want to reset that. Again, jump attack, putting us again at the 5.3 mil. We get kind of lucky with the crits and lethals though, to be honest, with those high values. So yeah, this is my highest damage so far with Black Manta, and I didn't think we could get all the way to this point. I didn't think we could reach all the way this far. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like and comment if you enjoyed the video, because it does help out tremendously with the algorithm. And I'll see you all in the next one. And yeah, we got some decent damage here.
This is the future.